And we're here tonight in the heartland of our nation to celebrate the most successful first 100 days of...
Remember 2017? Trump's first presidency kicked off with all the subtlety of a chainsaw at a ballet recital. Executive orders scribbled at midnight, officials fired faster than contestants on The Apprentice, and a travel ban rolled out with the precision of a drunken dart thrower. It was chaotic, but at least it was predictable chaos. Fast forward to 2025, and the chaos has returned, this time precisely choreographed and far more sinister. Welcome to Trump's second presidency, where every disaster is strategically planned and executed. Hold on just a second. I've got a small favor to ask. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Seriously, over 98% of you watch without subscribing, so why not make your thumbs day and click that button? It costs you nothing, but it makes a world of difference for us. Did you do it? Perfect. Thanks a ton. Now let's get back to the good stuff. How did we transition from accidental chaos to calculated dismantling? Enter Project 2025, the conservative movement's blueprint to systematically dismantle federal institutions. Crafted by think tanks like the Heritage Foundation, Project 2025 reads less like policy and more like a revenge fantasy against modern governance. It's the perfect gift for people who think regulation is just another word for tyranny. Their checklist includes gutting environmental laws because breathing clean air is overrated, and reshaping the judiciary into a conservative dream team. Tax restructuring promises that the ultra-rich can finally afford another yacht, while everyone else gets a hearty handshake and directions to the nearest food bank.
One other thing I'll be doing very early in the administration is closing up the Department of Education.
Nowhere is the Project 2025 assault more evident than at the Department of Education, headed by Linda McMahon, wife of WWE wrestling mogul Vince McMahon. Because who better to manage America's educational future than someone whose expertise is choreographed wrestling matches? In her first weeks, McMahon enthusiastically body-slammed federal oversight, insisting education belongs exclusively in state hands.
Today we take a very historic action that was 45 years in the making. In a few moments I will sign an executive order to begin eliminating the Federal Department of Education once and for all.
We both believe very much that education should be tailored to communities.
Apparently, she believes educational standards should resemble WWE storylines, unpredictable, chaotic, and occasionally ridiculous.
Two elements will be taken out of the Department of Education, and then all we have to do is get the students to get guidance from the people that love them.
Critics worry this means a child's quality of education will now depend entirely on whether their state legislature believes dinosaurs were real or just giant lizards Noah forgot in the Ark. Then there's the federal workforce purge, a polite way of saying, if you're not loyal, you're unemployed. Leading this initiative is Trump's chief of staff, Kash Patel, who previously distinguished himself by promoting conspiracy theories with all the credibility of a late-night infomercial.
I'd shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one and reopening the next day as a museum of the deep state.
Patel's reshuffling led to mass firings at critical agencies, targeting scientists at the EPA, because who needs scientists when you have gut feelings, and diplomats at the State Department, replaced presumably by enthusiastic MAGA merchandise vendors. The administration claims these moves ensure efficiency. Critics argue they're more efficient at silencing dissent. It's almost poetic that Patel, who appears to relish these firings himself, got fired from heading the ATF. Yes, even the ATF said, thanks, but no thanks. Talk about a karmic twist. Stephen Miller, the man who somehow turned a deeply unsettling passion for immigration policy into a full-time job as Secretary of Homeland Security.
Whatever is necessary to build the border wall to stop this ongoing crisis of illegal immigration.
This guy doesn't just talk about immigration, he's practically obsessed.
If it comes to it, absolutely. One of the great tragedies that is going on in our country today.
Miller's history includes a fascinating array of unsettling views on race, identity, and the idea that America's doors should only be open to people who look like the cast of Leave It to Beaver. Miller's fingerprints are all over the Remain in Mexico policy, which is about as compassionate as a cactus in the desert. And let's not forget his obsessive attention to the details of deportations. With Miller at the helm, the focus shifted from protecting the borders to decimating human rights one deportation at a time. Miller's brilliant plan? Keep migrants in limbo on the other side of the border, all while he revels in the chaos of it all. He's like the sadistic puppet master of human misery, pulling strings from behind his desk while everyone else suffers. It's truly impressive how a guy who looks like he eats rescued puppies for breakfast has made such a career out of turning the basic human need for refuge into a political weapon. Miller claims these policies are about security, but it's hard to ignore the fact that the real goal seems to be transforming the U.S. into a gated community with a no-entry sign in several languages. Perhaps the strangest and most chaotic twist in Trump's second term is his appointment of Elon Musk, yes, the Twitter-obsessed billionaire, to head the Department of Energy. Musk wasted no time making radical changes, including his highly publicized crusade to replace government systems with blockchain-based technology fueled by Dogecoin.
And we're going to take Doge to Mars.
That's right. The man who sent a Tesla into space now wants federal payroll running on a meme cryptocurrency featuring a cartoon dog. Musk, armed metaphorically and possibly literally with a chainsaw, immediately began dismantling renewable energy programs in favor of projects like space-based solar farms and nuclear fusion power, which experts estimate might become viable around the same time pigs achieve flight. Employees describe Musk's tenure as like working in a tech startup run by a caffeinated teenager. Internationally, Trump's diplomatic strategy might generously be described as America first, diplomacy last.
Did any foreign leaders approach you and ask for...
I did, and you probably saw. I think every foreign leader approached me and said hello, and a lot of good relationships.
Secretary of State Rick Grinnell, whose primary qualification appears to be his ability to insult entire countries in 280 characters or less, immediately angered allies by reinstating punitive tariffs, especially targeting Europe and Asia. Grinnell's style can be summarized as diplomacy by Twitter tantrum, a technique that's as effective at maintaining alliances as gasoline is at extinguishing fires. Public reaction has been predictably polarized. Trump supporters praise his bold, no-nonsense actions, often crediting him with saving America from the horrors of efficient governance. Critics warn that the damage inflicted by this calculated dismantling could take generations to repair. Recent polls show Trump's approval rating hovering somewhere between savior of the free world and time to check Zillow for houses in Canada. The midterm elections now loom ominously on the horizon, poised to determine whether America embraces Trump's new brand of chaos or pivots back towards some semblance of normalcy, assuming normalcy hasn't fled screaming into the wilderness. Trump's second term is no accidental comedy. It's a carefully scripted tragedy. Every reckless move, controversial appointment, and inflammatory policy serves a greater purpose. Reshaping America in his image, consequences be damned. Buckle up, America. This ride is far from over. These first 100 days might just be the warm-up act. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Trump's second-term strategies, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts below. Your support helps us keep bringing you insightful, fact-driven content on American politics.